everyone! Today what I will be doing is reviewing and testing out and playing with the Natasha Denona Safari palette. This little baby right here, it is 15 all matte shades, and I've wanted to play with Natasha Denona shadows for so long, but they're just so expensive and like not within my means to buy these shadows. So one of my best friends was kind enough to purchase this and let me review it. This retails for $126. So each shadow retails for about $8.40. Each shadow is pretty expensive, but if you can tell in the pan, they all do look pretty damn big. I want to test out how they blend, how they swatch, how they kind of go together, and all that jazz because I have never played with them. So this is going to be a really fun video. I have really high expectations for this palette, so I'm hoping that it comes through. So we're just gonna go and jump right in. Let's explore this beauty. So she says that she created this palette to make sure that people who are, you know, living their everyday lives are going to be able to use this palette and really make, you know, the best of it because you are spending a lot of money. So she said that you're supposed to be able to create a look using the horizontal rows and then also the rows vertically. Don't really know what I want to do. So what I am going to start with is I'm gonna prime my eyes with some foundation. That's what I have been doing lately, just to kind of give it a more even base without really whiting out my eyeballs. So I am gonna go and set my eyes with this color right here. It's called Aya. It's a nice boned color, so I'm just gonna go and put this all over. There's a little bit of kickback. I don't see anything like super bad about it yet. You can definitely see like brush indentations in here as soon as you do that. So these I'm going to assume is that they're not super densely packed. But let me feel a couple. They feel really, really nice and like buttery. Whew, okay, so the hard part is always picking out eyeshadows, but I don't want to do anything in the grays because I will be wearing this for the rest of the day. So I think the first color that I'm going to go into is Tamarind, which is this like nice, almost like baby pukey color. There's kind of a good amount of kick up right there, as you can see, but I don't mind that very much. Ooh, that's a beautiful color. Honestly, I already know I'm gonna fall in love with this palette, which is kind of sad because I like literally can't afford any of Natasha Denona products. That literally blended out like butter. Like, I love Anastasia shadows because they blend out so easily, but like they have nothing on this. I barely did any blending, and like that is so seamless. So I'm gonna take a little more densely packed blending brush, and I'm gonna go into the color Amhara, which is right here. Of course, I'm gonna go in with a freaking warm eyeshadow. I just really hate cool tones on me, honestly. Let's be real here. There's a little bit of kickback, a little bit. As you can see, there's a little bit there, and a little bit is gonna come up. Nice and pigmented. This is also blending out perfectly, and it's like layering so well with the color that's there. How do I explain this? It's meshing very well, but it's not like changing the colors, you know what I mean? Like they're both still there, and you can tell that they're both still there, because some colors, some palettes will like muddy together, and this is not what's happening. So can I just sell all my eyeshadows and just buy Natasha Denona? I'm going to pick up a little bit of Desert Suede right here, and I'm kind of going to buff this like edge right here a little bit. Just add a little more definition and do a little bit more of the blending. And then I'm going to go into the color Thorn. Pack it right here in the outer corner. And as you can see, tiny bit of kickback, nothing like, I mean, there's kickback. There's definitely kickback because of how nice and smooth and buttery these are, and they're not super densely packed, which is cool, but it's not subculture level. And then I'm also going to pick up this color Tribe and kind of go over it all with this color. I'm going to go back into Tamarind with the big fluffy brush that we first began with and buff this out. I'm going to take a nice little pencil brush like this and go into Aya once again and kind of highlight this right here and then buff this out. Tamarind has, I think, the most kick up than any other shadow. I think that looks so nice. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Desert Date and kind of pack this on my lid with my finger. Kind of change the color of that instead of having it be like super light. And I'm just gonna take this little brush and like buff around it. I'm gonna add a little bit more of Thorn. I'm gonna go right here in this outer corner. And then kind of just buff it on top. I'm pretty happy with this. It's very nice, very warm, which is like my jam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do the rest of my face, my eyebrows, the other eye, and then I will come back and finish the underneath of the eye and kind of finish up the eye and then discuss how I feel about the eyeshadows and all that jazz. So I will be ready. So now that my face is done and it's not as bare, I want to go and finish the underneath of the eyes, which obviously I'm going to keep fairly simple. I want to take, I don't even want to take the browns. I want to go into Amhara with a flat definer brush and pop this right here, kind of halfway. Then I want to take a pencil brush and I want to dip into probably Tamarind to kind of keep this nice and not super bright. I want the under eye to be smoked out, but to not be like crazy. So I want to keep it kind of neutral. So I'm going to take Tamarind and really just smoke out that lower lash line. And I tie this look together, and I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush. I'm going to kind of run over the top and then over the bottom to really mesh the top and the bottom. For mascara, I'm going to go into Tarte Lights Camera Lashes and pile this baby on. And then for the inner corner highlight, I'm going to go in with the Aya shade right here. So I'm going to keep this whole look matte, but I obviously want to like brighten some areas up. So placing that in the inner corner is perfect. And then we already placed that underneath the eyebrows. And I guess the last thing that's really left is some lipstick. So I'm going to pop on some gloss just to make this easier for everyone. You can't ever go wrong with some Fenty Gloss Bomb. There you go. This is the completed look that I have. I am pretty obsessed with it. Are you surprised that it's all warms? No. I am going to go and swatch some colors. First color is going to be Malia. It's a nice kind of pinky color. Next color is Fata Morgana, which I don't fucking know what that is. It's a nice pigmented blue. Then is Rhino, which is like a hockey green / gray color. Then it's Stone, which is like a gray color, like a light gray color. And then right after that is Savannah, which is like another kind of hockey khaki type of color. This is definitely way more like army green than anything else. See, like this is gray, this is more like a hockey gray. Next row we have Aya, which is the color that I used to set my foundation. So it's like a nice bone color. Then we have Thorn, which I also used. A nice brown. Then we have Desert Date, which I also used. Nice orangey. Then we have Shea, which I didn't use. It's like a more cool toned brown. And then we have Tribe, which I also used. Which is like a nice brick color. And then third row, Lotus is the first color. This is like a pinky mauve. I'm gonna go this way. It's like a pinky mauve. Then we have Amhara, which we used, which I used in this look, which is kind of like another, like more muted brick color. Then we have Masai, which is like a nice, like purple shade. Then we have Voodoo, which is a very cool toned brown, almost purple, looks like it. And then we also have Tamarind, which is that like, I would want to say like basket color. I don't know. It's like a nice like nude color. Overall, I think the formula is amazing. I think they're nice and creamy and buttery and blend very beautifully on the eye. Like there's no patchiness. The color went on pigmented. but it's pigmented to the point where it goes on pigmented, but it's not like poof, oh my god, how am I going to blend this out? Very, very nicely buildable by just applying it 1 or 2 times on top, which is not a problem at all. The formula obviously is amazing, like Natasha Denona is known for. The color selection is very versatile in there. You can create a lot of looks. You can go with cool tones. You can go with warm tones. You can do something that's a little more avant-garde with these colors. The looks are endless. It's not really hard to come up with looks because everything is so nicely organized and placed within the palette. Yeah, I think just everything about this palette is A+. Like, I would not have expected anything else. The kickback's not bad at all, so for anyone saying that there's kickback, it's definitely nothing like Subculture. Definitely wouldn't have to worry about that. It's pricey. That would be my only negative drawback on this, but at the end of the day, like, the quality speaks for itself. I would rather buy something a little bit more expensive and know that it's going to like work every single time that I'm using it. Yeah, I am obsessed. I am in love. It's great. Definitely worth the splurge. And I think that if you have been interested in this palette, definitely would recommend this 100%. If you have not been interested in it, but you're looking for a palette that's going to have everything that you need within the matte world, this is going to be it. That is my personal opinion on this palette. That is all that I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.